Hamlin must, yeah, here comes Hamlin. Oh, he just gets into the right rear of Mark and turns Mark around and sets off a chain reaction wreck there with a lot of race cars.
Yeah, Biffle involved, goes to the infield.
29.
Yeah, Clint Boyer in that 29 was
29
involved.
got hit.
I think several cars got some type of damage.
Exactly. I think everybody's out of their car down there. Looks like everybody's okay.
Looks like Brian Vickers got inches apart, 190 miles an hour.
But yeah, we're
trouble.
Oh, there we go.
Michael Waltrip goes around off the front bumper of Joey Logano.
Is he safe?
Caution is out.
Somewhere around 15 to 25. Oh, got a car.
Kurt Busch.
Holy cow.
Got tipped, slides to the grass. Caution is out.
Hang on, hang on, hang on.
He's in the fence.
Sloopy.
Clip this, guys.
As he could.
Yeah.
Kurt is out of the car. He's okay, but look at this wild ride.
Second car that Kurt has crashed in a very similar situation.
Around, it's for Jeff Burton. After contact, you saw the puff of smoke at the right rear, and around he goes.
Ooh, I'm not sure about that one. That was definitely a misjudgment on Newman's part. Come on now.
Oh, there goes Biffle.
There you go.
All right.
Too much
Caution's
of a
out. Caution's out. So the race is over. Wherever they were at the time of caution.
Race is over, and they're all wrecking. This looks like Days of Thunder all over again.
And Kevin Harvick.
Big push from Gordon right here. And, of course, Kane gave Harvick in the 29. I don't know if the Biff had a right rear down or if he just got lifted off the ground, because the 29 was all, the 24, Jeff Gordon was all up in the back of him getting in the corner. And I noticed when Biffle came to the pit road here, I didn't see the right rear tire like it was down. I think he thinks that's what happened, but I bet he changes his mind when he sees the replay.
It might be because it was completely off the ground.
Yeah,
like
see right, you can see right there, it's not flat.
And look, he spins right up and in to his two Roush Fenway teammates, Matt Kenseth in the 17 and the 99 of Carl Edwards.
I don't reckon I can remember how many cars we've torn up here in the last couple of days. That's many cars in a couple of days down here.
See Mark Martin of 5, two of the Roush Fenway cars.
Bobby Labonte, Kenny Schrader.
Right there, see, he just starts up. Yeah, you see the smoke?
Looks like he's maybe had a tire going down.
Apparently so, when you see that smoke boiling out as he started up the hill. And man, that's 75, Derek Cope, right into the back of Rudeman. That's unfortunate for Derek. Cars up there, they're not real fast, being overtaken by some cars that are. The 36 car gets loose, and away he goes. Boy, I want you to watch this 18. Look where 18 is. He's right here. Watch him weave through here. Yep. Yep.
Wow.
And he had slowed down, but he was still carrying the mail and doing all that weaving and wagging.
That's 150 mile an hour slowed down. Wow, man, he's been out there already. Boy, my goodness. That's the second time he's been over there like that.
Yeah, the last thing Michael needs to do is tear another race car up in practice.
I believe outside there. I think possibly.
Well, Boyer and Pappas came together behind him.
In fact, had it not been for Terry Cook, Clint Boyer would have been in the wall hard after that bump from Max Pappas.
And a bad break for Cook. He went right across one of the drain.
Michael Waltrip, the 51, gets back into Regan.
Oh,
The 70.
No,
oh gosh, Regan Smith, and around goes Michael. Hard hit into the infield barrier.
That is unbelievable.
One out off of 4.
It looked.
And he's going to push out, and bam.
A hard lick right there.
And then
Max has off turn 4.
Turn 4. Logano gets under him and has to jump on the brake as Gilliland takes a ride right across the bow of Scott Speed.
That's about as close as it gets right there.
Yep.
Joe Nemechek's picked up a around goes Bobby Labonte.
Oh no.
Missed it by that much.
Wow. Attaboy. Good save, bud.
Good job, buddy. Good job.
Bottom behind the Napa car.
Now let's take a look at the rear wheels to see if they ever spin backwards.
No,
he's digging. He was either locked on the brake or hard on the throttle to get away from that wall.
And of course, my concern on that is spinning the engine backwards.
Gets up into the wall, collects Smith and Hornish.
I believe that 12 car had something happen to it, like it may have lost a right rear tire or something. There's really no reason for it to step out like that.
So Roger Penske had 3 cars in this race, and that gets 2 of them, the 12 and the 77. There you see Gordon just squeaking by in that 24.
Remember, Carl, see what happened to the 87. Oh, boy.
Is it?
I mean, Hornish, the 77, did not get against him. He just got loose. Hornish just went back out on the racetrack a few laps ago after being in the garage.
Seen that a little bit down here. If your car's loose and somebody kind of gets under that left rear quarter panel, it seems like it'll almost just blow you around.
We're under caution. Look up here, coming in at the top of the screen, and Mike Bliss goes around
all by himself. Don't know if he had a tire problem or what, but the thing just spun out.
And just remember, he was involved in that first caution earlier back on lap 8.
And into view, and you can see the smoke where he cut down a tire and pounded the wall.
Boy, Larry, all of a sudden, you know, the 48 had looked like a tire issue. The John Andretti did.
58 laps to go, and at least one more pit stop.
Oh, trouble back there on the back straight.
Allmendinger
in the 43. Caution is out.
And he stays off the wall. Nice save. And
I think they just get a little bit wadded up back in there. It was a hard lick.
That was a hard lick
for the 39 car.
Somebody turned.
Elliott Sadler got loose.
Yeah, he got loose, and here they all come and just piled in.
The 19 of Elliott Sadler.
Look at that 39 car. Those splitters, they're like snow plows.
Wow, Bill Elliott just missed Quapple.
What a miss. Here and help Harvick like that.
He's going to have about one more chance.
And you
as
see
Greg Biffle takes the lead, and Bill Elliott gets piled up in turn number 4 with, I believe, Joey Logano.
Caution's out.
The caution's out. The leader has not taken the white flag, so we will go into overtime.
Screen, the 9 of Casey Kane.
Boy, Jeff Gordon, well, that's it just got bottlenecked in there. Jeff gave Casey Kane a little, in the 9 car, a little bump, shot him into Mark Martin in the 5, and then they rebounded from there.
Now, because of this overdrive, this green-white checkered, another attempt.
Kevin Harvick would watch and see which line was coming, and the outside was, and he would drive up there and block it.
They were trying their best. Yeah, and this is Jeff Gordon, Robbie Gordon involved.
2 car, got into the wall.
Bobby Labonte.
But you know what? This was at the back of the pack. Attaboy to NASCAR for letting them race back.
The white car.
Oh, he just gets under Juan Pablo right there, the 42 car on the outside. Pulled him right around. From the contact that he and the 00 made, they cut down his right front tire.
Keselowski was running 13th at the time after battling with David Rudiman.
I've seen that a number of times today, Larry. That splitter gets in there. And
seen a lot of cars come up off this corner and get sideways. Here's Sam Hornish, late exit to turn 4. Car kicks out from underneath him. But again, the fact that we got that little bit of grass right there, he's able to slide down around through there. And let's go down to pit road because we got pit stops with Krista.
Well, unlike at the start of the race, Jimmy Johnson is now pretty happy with his car.
Just a little contact there, McMurray into the side of the 42 car, Montoya.
It's almost like McMurray's car walked up just a little bit, maybe. It's almost like maybe Montoya came down, McMurray maybe went up just a little bit.
Yeah, that's... Oh, he's sideways before he ever gets to the corner.
And the tire comes apart. That's what you saw down on the apron.
Yeah. He was slow off of turn 2, Mike, coming around this time.
And we'll see if this shows the start of it. There's the number.
Careful of Larry is that they didn't do damage and cut a tire down here and back the thing in the fence. That's what he got to worry about.
He just did. He just did.
Exactly right.
Yep.
Got a right front down.
And that'll bring out the caution for the second time today.
Out here.
Logano on the outside, Edwards in the middle.
Ooh, Carl got clipped by Brad Keselowski. Just run him up the hill, couldn't save it, and got into Joey Logano in the 20 car.
He gets the free pass. There's the 5.
What a great save.
He was running in the 17th position.
Larry, I think we're seeing something here that we've talked about, the stagger in these rear tires. Bunch of guys.
Oh, somebody hit Elliott Sadler, and he got turned right in front of Max Pappas. Sadler in the white car. And you could just see him get turned.
So easy to spin the tires, miss a shift, and get run over from behind, and that's what happens. You get a chain reaction. A little crossover move here by Carl. Clean here, clean here. Just slight contact. Look at that thing go.
That looked so much like Edwards' turnover at Talladega off the bumper of Keselowski.
It really did, and I'm so wondering and hoping that when they put the spoiler back on these cars, they'll quit turning over like this.
Keselowski's put the window net down.
The roof flaps deployed, but it did not sit that car back down. I'm like you, Darrell. I'm going to be so glad to see that rear spoiler back on these cars.
I think that's it's got to be something to that.
That car took a hard hit in the left A pillar, the windshield post right in front of the driver.
You just see how that wing sticks out so far out the back of the car, behind the car. It almost looks, if it'll create downforce with the car going forward, it's got to create a pocket of air behind it when it gets around backwards.
Guys, you saw it right there. Those white gloves, they made a turn to the right.
Brad Keselowski has climbed out of his Penske Dodge. We're under caution with 6 laps to go. There's Brad. He's okay. Helmet, Hans device out.
All the flaps came open. The cowl flaps came open below the windshield. The roof flaps came open.
I think that if you just, you know, we didn't know this, had no way of knowing this until these cars started getting airborne like that, that rear wing sticking out behind the car so far.
Out of bounds here at Atlanta. You can go down below the yellow line.
That was,
McMurray and Boyer get together. Kurt Busch is in it.
Here we go. Another green-white checker.
Mark Martin in the fence.
If we got anybody left.
Caution before the white flag. And you're right, Darrell, if anybody's able to get going.
He was going way too fast.
Here comes Kenseth. Oh, yeah.
One just walked up the racetrack, gets into Boyer, and it was on from there. Little boy, Mark Martin came in there and hard lick on Martin Truex Jr.
Ambrose, nice job to miss that one. Greg Biffle, too.
48.
And Gilliland.
48. I don't know how he got through there.
Comes in from the right side of your screen on the bottom. Straight up to the top.
Ooh.
Into the barrier hard.
Yeah, that's a heavy hit right there. That'll do a lot of damage. Comes down here and just right about there. Bam.
Darrell, it's almost a pattern. Once we cross a 50-lap run.
Watch these two cars. 16 and 5. They get hung together right here. Bam. Mark hit that wall hard.
And he was trying to get down to pit road, and you can see he's all the way down on the right front.
Actually going a little fast for the condition his car was in. He goes right up in front of Jeff Gordon.
Ooh.
And they just start stacking up from there.
Watch Harvick. He sees an opening right here. Shoot that gap right there, and he got clipped a little bit, but I think he's okay.
Speaking of shooting the gap, Carl Edwards, he shot the gap with that 99 car.
Caution flag. Watch that silver 87.
I think a tire just went down. You see it just take off to the right.
Yeah, the car never turned.
Mike, that's classic Martinsville. One guy gets his nose just up to that left rear quarter panel, and then you got to decide, do I cut in or do I let him go?
One taker among the lead cars, and it's
not sure at all.
Let's see how sure you are right here.
I'm not sure at all. One was coming in and one was going out.
Yeah, that could be blamed both directions.
I'd
right
say
there.
It's a little bit of both.
Well, when contact was made, it looked to me as if Marcus's left front was right against the curb. He couldn't get any lower.
And that's,
Somebody named Mark.
Oh, Mark. There's a mark in the car, and now there's one on the car.
It's in the 00. Plenty of contact to go around here.
It's this.
Reagan bounced off the curb and into Ambrose.
But I think it all started with a little help from Ruderman.
No, he's around this time, though, off turn 4.
Hold it up.
And yeah, he's got a tire down. I think that left rear was down, and yeah, you can see it there, I think. That's what I was afraid of right there, you know.
Just kind of kissed it. Kyle 3 wide, Menard in the middle, and the 47 underneath.
47 and 98 have been all over each other for 200 laps.
And Kyle Kurt dives to the inside.
Oh, he just gets a little loose, chases the car up the hill. I don't believe the 2 hit anything, but the 9. Yeah, what happened is the 33 Boyer just bumped the back of the 1 car. McMurray, man, Kevin Harvick into 29 sure was a lucky guy.
Here's a better look.
Yeah,
there's
there you
contact.
go. It was slight.
Yeah.
Just enough. Right there in that point in the corner, if you touched it with your finger, you'd spin it out. It's coming down into turn 3. Here he comes right here.
You're right. I mean, it just turned around. I mean, fast.
You can see the left rear. There's the tire, and it's off the left rear.
The last 11 races, but never led in this one. Kurt Busch, who's led the most laps of any driver this season, involved here with Casey Kane. Actually, Hamlin caught up in part of this as well. So aside from physical pain,
Right away into 3 may have kind of helped this to happen.
It's never a very good idea.
Well, and Keselowski slid up in front of Truex in the 56, and Truex got into the back of the 12.
Turn number 3.
I mean, it just looks like almost like he had no brakes, but not sure what happened to that car, but it just took off getting in that corner.
Here you see that 90 car again. Looks like he may go a lap down, but
Whoa,
he got into the wall. That may be our caution.
There it is.
Not Brian Vickers. He's slow and heading for the pits.
Yeah, Brian had just went a lap down.
Oh, he's not going to make it.
And this is not going to be a good break for Kevin Harvick. The caution is out.
Caution's out. Keep it rolling if you can.
I thought he had all but caught the wall out of turn number 2. That must have been when that right rear went down.
Yeah. Just there she goes, loose in like that. There's nothing you can do. Loose, folks. See those rear tires smoking? That's loose.
Darrell Heat almost saved it and then locked her down.
Same out back.
See if we hear anything.
Hit the wall there. Keep digging.
David Ruderman's engine grenaded, and then as the oil got out of that engine and onto the headers, fire erupted from beneath the 00.
Like John Force, for heaven. Look at that turbulence behind that car, though.
And what a great run he was having, running in the 6th, 7th position.
Right here as they try to go 3
Four
wide.
wide. Stewart slid.
Oh,
Gordon's
no.
hard into the wall. There's
No.
Edwards, Allmendinger.
Oh no, what
But
mess.
Gordon and Stewart, and then cars trying to sweep by on the outside. Menard, Montoya, McMurray, Harvick, or rather Boyer.
You see Gordon forces his way by right there.
Oh,
then
Edwards.
Edwards got into the back of Stewart and got him into Gordon in the 24 car.
Allmendinger, there's McMurray.
And there they all go.
Menard,
Boyer.
Logano.
Boy, look at Ryan Newman.
Ryan Newman,
39,
great job.
just
Oh,
sneaks by.
Scott Speed.
Just snuck through there.
That's called bobbing and weaving.
Right there.
You see the green car Edwards back there. He's trying to find a place to go.
That was a hard lick on that 24 car.
It really was.
And now watch them all sweep up through the quad oval and crunch the outside. Menard and Boyer. Harvick got through. And Scott Speed, here he comes,
Right
the
here.
silver car. Whoop, whoop. Incredible job.
Absolutely.
Here in real time, you see it happening. We're showing you all these replays as the red flag is out.
Hard hit on Montoya. Watch the 82, the silver car there, almost gets into Gordon. Able to work his way through there.
Logano gets bunched up, and the last car in that accordion line way back there, sorry, is Denny Hamlin. Tries to save it, and around it goes.
You know what I saw, Larry? Big side there.
Way up high, the yellow car. That's Sauter. And around he goes.
Looks like
off
that's
the
off
front
the
bumper
bumper
of Kyle Busch.
Yep. And of course, all these other guys down here on the inside. There's a lot of cars bouncing off of each other. Matt Kenseth gets a good bit of damage.
Sauter is okay. He's put the window net down, signaling emergency crews that he's all right, and everyone else drove away.
One of the things that I
have cars backwards with their tail to the wind, and we have every car firmly on the ground.
Yeah, the roof flaps now are doing their job like they used to do, keeping the car. You see, which car was that? That's the 26 maybe, or the 19 there that was around backward, and the car never did anything.
But I mean, there's no question Kyle Busch in the 18 gets into the back of Johnny Sauter in the 36, but he had Michael Waltrip in the 55 stuck up his rear bumper.
Bobby Labonte drafting along.
Looks like somebody may have gotten into him and turned him around. I think it may have been David Rudiman.
It is.
That's a roughing the passer penalty right there. Right there, he and Jeff Gordon. And you see Gordon gets down on the apron. Jimmy Johnson crowded 24 Jeff Gordon down on the apron. That backed everybody up.
And you see the 48 car really backing up.
Yeah, they both lost their momentum.
They just lost their momentum.
And then look, Mike Bliss in the 09 car tried to make it 4 wide on the exit of turn 4 into the tri-oval, and there just was nowhere for these guys to go.
Once you lose your momentum, it just backs everything up until somebody runs over somebody.
And Bliss had to be afraid to lift, because in this situation, lifters are losers. You want to try to maintain that momentum, but Burton just shut him off.
Yeah, he did.
Not intending to.
No, Burton kind of got shoved up there, if you will, and Mike Bliss in the 09 had nowhere to go.
And then the 24 car had nowhere to go as Jeff Burton in the 31 was coming across.
Good look.
Race. Oh, around goes Newman. Newman up into Logano. 5 cars into the wall. 7. Caution.
Caution is out. The race is not complete. Not complete.
Had to get to the white flag to be complete.
Labonte up high. 4 wide.
4 wide is usually not a very good thing.
The 20 car of Logano gets into the back of Ryan Newman, and the 39 started this whole mess.
I almost wonder if the 39 of Newman didn't say, uh-oh, we're 4 wide, and maybe even eased out the throttle a little bit.
Maybe this aerial view will show it, Darrell.
Let's see what we got here. We got a wad of cars going off in the corner. They're going to get 4 wide. You're going to see this, and here's the 39 right out here.
4 wide. You see there's plenty of room right there.
Plenty of room. I think that Logano just got in. I think Logano thought he could give him a push, clear that pack of cars, and go to the front. And he got him in the wrong place. We saw Carl Edwards do this to Greg Biffle here a couple of years ago.
See Vickers in the 83 involved, a car that led a bunch of laps, and Casey Kane in the 9 just had recovered from the repairs from the last wreck. Tell you what, that's a hard lick on some of those cars.
So many times, you know, we kind of slow things down so we can see what the fans at home and everybody can see what's going on. When it's real time, it's real violent.
Here comes Junior to the outside. Everybody else to the inside, and around goes Jimmy.
48. And Biffle, yellow flag is out. We still don't have a race, boys. That is not what those guys at the front wanted to see, though. This
tonight, which comes out for the 87 of Joe Nemechek, cutting down a tire and hitting the wall.
And it sounded like it exploded, like the right rear might have blown out. Yeah, you see there, he just starts around. I'm thinking he had a tire down.
You see Reagan.
Yeah, he gets into
on the outside.
I think he got into the 77 car. Sam Hornish
shoved him around there. Taco Bell. David Gilliland.
Gilliland, yeah. But he didn't hit anything.
Sam's put the window net down. He is okay.
That is a hard lick on the end of that wall right there. Boy, almost car jumped up in the air. Heavy impact.
His teammate Kurt Busch will get the free pass. Coming across the start-finish line, back where
this is Clint Boyer and Jimmy Johnson. They get sideways coming off of turn 4, coming to the line.
That was for 10th place.
I think some other guys get run into back here. Yeah, Robbie Gordon got run over in the 7 car. Wow.
6th with a 27.98.
Oh,
boy.
I think think I'd have tried that second one.
That hit pretty hard.
Great. Just great.
This is the most difficult. People just have no idea how difficult
Whoa.
this is.
Round he goes.
Hang on to her, buddy. Gas it, gas it, gas it. Lock it, got it.
Now, Sorensen is not out. His white number 55 come into the picture and up into the fence.
Thing had a look that maybe it had a tire going down. That thing just shot straight to the right.
Boy, it sure did, but that can happen in this.
Bobby Labonte has hit the wall. And the number 71 Chevrolet.
Yeah, he's got a little more than a stripe down the right side of that car. You can see all the bars in the back of the car that are all bent in. In fact, he's got a tire down.
Yeah.
And around he goes.
No caution yet.
You know what, Larry, as big as the apron is here.
Watch that bright yellow, number 98.
Up here's where this starts. So the 98, or the 43 and the 78 make a little contact. Now you see here's the 77, a Hornish, and when Paul Menard in the 98 tried to stay off of him, he got spun out.
Yeah, Tony Stewart in the 14, it just started stacking up, gets into the back of him.
So much contact, it's hard to show it all. Let's go back to what we were going to show you.
Up here in the 16, you see he gets loose and he gets the car around. Truex looks like he tries to put the brakes on, maybe locks up the rear tires a little bit. He comes around. Jimmy Johnson in the 48 slams into the 56.
Come off the corner in front of the leaders.
Yikes.
Now 3 cars behind him, and then race leader Denny Hamlin trying to lap past Jimmy Johnson.
That's my observation.
Watch the 48. Things are going to happen up front. There goes the 37 up and around. It's Conway.
He makes slight contact with the outside wall.
But then that's up in 2. Down in turn 3.
Oh, here comes a.
Jimmy Johnson just nowhere to go. The 43 car of Allmendinger just coming back up the racetrack right in front of him.
That is a huge hit.
So the caution apparently was for Conway into the wall.
Yeah, look at
Not sure why Allmendinger was so far down on the racetrack.
That's brutal right there, man. That is a hard lick.
The caution right here. Tony Stewart, you can see the car go up the hill, gets loose. He's going to spin down onto the apron. And this brings the caution out right here. But at the same time, almost simultaneously, the 77 car of Sam Hornish Jr. coming off of turn 4 gets loose. You can see totally by himself. And he's going to spin out. And that definitely is going to bring the caution. But the good news is Tony Stewart in the 14 stays on the lead lap right now.
I don't know. You see right over here, I mean, it just didn't go. And everybody's running into, you know, the back end of each other. You see these 3 guys here all bam into each other. That's the 6.
Yeah.
A couple other cars.
Yeah, Reagan hit the wall pretty hard.
And you can see that.
And that'll bring out caution flag number 10. And that'll be the night for Gilliland.
Look at that. You got water coming out of the overflow up here by the windshield. Fire coming out the tailpipes. If he could get that turned down a little bit.
Yeah, now all we need is driver out of car.
Yeah,
well, he fires it up. That takes care of it.
That's just raw fuel.
And he's going to drive it in on the rim.
Loose coming off that corner. Bobby's had a little trouble tonight.
Labonte has taken his car to the garage. Casey Kane will be the free pass car. Larry, what's this do to your race strategy?
Well, I was just sitting here studying. We've got those 9 cars out there. They have not changed left side tires since way back on lap 201. I feel like the right call with caution came out right here.
6 off of 2. You'll be clear behind him. Off the wall now.
Joey Logano just had left pit road and was trying to blend in and just lost it.
Come on.
Coming down toward turn number 1.
You'll most likely
3 cars ahead, and there he goes.
You see that right front definitely went down as he entered turn 1 there, and it shot up the hill into the wall. Hornick, the 43 wasn't so lucky though. He was in the pit when the leader went by.
Ambrose in the 47 up the hill.
Right front.
Yep.
You just kind of know it when you see it.
Third car in line.
You see him take off up the hill.
The exact same spot as earlier.
So this will be the third caution flag of the day. Just to review the free pass situation, caution 1, there was no free pass because it would have been Sam Hornish, but he was the car that brought out the caution, so no free pass. It was Carl Edwards. Caution. Look way to the right of your screen. Here comes Sam Hornish.
Way back here, coming up off the corner.
Hit the wall earlier.
Yeah, here he is coming off turn 2. Let's see what happens here. That's slightly. I wouldn't call that a much of a hit, but this one, you can see the rubber coming out from the car. That's a cut down right front. But Larry, I don't know. Staying out and not coming in getting tires with 20 more laps than everybody else.
Biffle is better than the 6 of Reagan. He said, just run your line.
Trouble, turn 1, Montoya. Hard in the wall from contact with Regan Smith.
Just wrecked.
That was vicious.
Yeah,
I didn't even go through the corner.
That was really not straightaway. He's got some speed down the back straightaway.
Whoa, Gilliland slides up and in the wall. There they go.
That was just a case of overdriving turn 3 with basically no fresh tires.
And this time, Allmendinger capitalizes, and it's Gilliland in the wall. Bouncing off, sliding in front of Boyer, into the grass and around. David Gilliland. Tough luck tonight.
Boy, I tell you what, he got in trouble down here in 3 and 4, and he
Martin around. Martin gets hit and turned. Stewart tags him. Spins up to the wall. Jeff Gordon, Carl Edwards, Jamie McMurray, and more.
I think 3 of the 4 Hendrick cars were involved there. See, the 1 car, McMurray, gets in the left rear quarter panel just a little bit of that 5 car.
And it looks like McMurray's going to be home free here, Larry. He's getting down, he's going and going, and all of a sudden somebody slides up in front of him. A little bit of a wiggle going on there before he ever gets hit, and then he gets hit a couple of times. Once by the 1, and then then the 20 car comes up out of the grass and gets him good.
But Darrell, I think the reason the 1 car got in the back of Mark Martin, the 5, it looks like Kurt Busch and the 2 got into the back of him and shoved him ahead.
Here's what happened.
I think that right front tire just finally went down.
It finally blew, and the 9 car was just in the wrong place. Ooh.
It was the right side window.
Yeah.
And the back wheels of Casey's car came off the ground.
Well, that 18, that thing blows a tire right there, and he clips the back of Casey Kane. Parts flying everywhere.
That's one of the fastest parts of this racetrack.
You never.
Oh, Logano slipped up, got a little piece of Matt Kenseth.
Oh, got another
Johnson!
car. Johnson's around.
Yellow flag.
And I'm telling you, that was so close. The flagman had the white flag in his hand.
If we can maybe has a soft tire here. No, I think it just gets out from under him. Cars are a little loose up off the corner over there. I don't believe it was a tire issue, Mike. I believe he just lost it.
He was running roughly about the 16th position. Boy, Greg Biffle in that 16 right behind him when that happened. Close call.
You see the tires blowing as the car slides down the racetrack, but I don't believe he had a tire down. Damage. He's all by himself. There he is, way up high back over here. You see him, and the car got loose middle of the corner, spun down off the racetrack, forcing no one around to hit him. But in terms of 48, he just gets loose right here. Smacks the fence, and that puts the 11 car into the grass.
And that was just totally on his own.
Oh, that's a hard hit. Man, saw it wiggle just a little bit, Larry, like it started to push. When it pushed, then the car caught and the back end came around, and he smacked the heck out of that fence. See right there, and he just can't. The car is so loose and so free, he can't hang on to it. Of course, you know, Larry, there's the other thing. The leader right behind him, probably pushing as hard as he could, trying not to go a lap down.
That is a very hard hit, and if they are unable to repair that car.
Perfect world for a wave around. No, he just, I don't know, did you think something broke?
No, but he hit it spoiler first. And
at this
7 up by the wall.
Yeah, he just gets up here a little too high and loses it, and it just kind of comes around and you can't catch it. But you know what, Mike? At this point, if you said who's going to win this race, I don't have a clue.
Right.
Because anybody in the top 10 right now could win this race.
For the third time tonight, Denny Hamlin
didn't get by him before the caution came out.
Wow, it's a hard hit way on the right side of the screen. Lifted all 4 tires up off the ground, and Ambrose.
Casey Mears had just taken the wave around, and then this.
He got Sadler got into him.
Yeah, he just. All the cars in that group actually had just taken the wave around.
Wow, it looks like Reagan slid up the racetrack right into Jamie. Looks like the 6 car of Reagan either got a big push or something, but he shot up the racetrack.
I have to stop when they get into the corner like that, and you can see as we'll pan back to the front.
Oh, he got into him.
Logano around. Can he save it? He is unable to. Caution. And the caution came out right as Denny Hamlin was crossing the start-finish line to get the white flag.
They're all coming above you.
This was very close. If Denny Hamlin got the white flag prior to the caution, this race would be official. But we are getting word there will be a green-white checker. The caution had come.
Is Kyle weaving the car?
He had been cutting it. Big. Big.
Casey, Greg Biffle involved. Mark Martin is there. No caution has come out. They're going to let him race back as Gordon piles in, and now the caution.
6. They leave you alone. It's not a problem with it.
Okay,
here's what happened final lap.
Casey, and I'm going to put a big block on him, and that's what it was. He put and man, once you get in that grass, you're done.
Yeah.
Wow, that was a hit, man.
Wow.
That was a hit.
That was a hard hit. The 16 and the 5 just drove into the side of the 9, had no place to go. The Mark Martin and Biffle took the hard hits right there. And then you see 24 come into it. 26.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Allmendinger, I think AJ felt like, okay, I'm this far down. He's not going to be there now.
I mean, right in front of Mark Martin and Biffle. Who's that? Is that Truex in there too?
Yeah, Truex is in there.
Yeah.
Here's a 39 that we saw come off of turn 3, just in the gas.
Oh, Ambrose hit the inside guardrail a ton. Yes, we do. Let's see what happened. He was saving it and he got tagged. I mean, he actually had it saved, and that other car, I couldn't tell who that was, just came up and tagged him in the left rear. That's all it was.
Yeah, but it looked like he almost just the same as Jeff did. When he got up there, the car got a little bit pushy. It jumped.
There's #1 rule when you're teammates. Do not take your teammate out for any reason.
I think we're all going to get in a fight because it seems to be a theme among teammates this year, doesn't it? Back in a moment.
That's exactly what happened. And it happened to be the 43 maybe forced the issue.
Oh, it gets the 43 gets up on the curb.
See the tire marks on the door there.
And then the 1 gets hammered by the 18.
18 in turn. Oh, look at the 19 in those guys.
So the 2 innocent cars in that whole deal are pointing in the wrong direction.
Making the chase, here you see what happened to Jamie. This just after the restart, top of the hill.
Yeah, and that's
It didn't look like he had anybody behind him, but
it's hard to say. They scattered so much, you know, whether he got tapped or whether he got up on that inside curve, and it just.
And he gets turned around here. Matthias Ekstrom gets him. As of now, we stay green. Kevin, turn 11, Martin Truex Jr. Off the bumper of Jeff Gordon.
What is Jeff doing right here? I mean, that's 2 times that Jeff got into the corner.
Brad just got loose coming through there and just never could catch it.
And that looks exactly like Hornish the other day in practice.
Yeah.
Same thing. Once he got through the corner, it got away from him, and he ended up in about the same place.
Heavy damage.
Beginning. Let's be real clear. It starts in the first 4 or 5 cars. But these are the guys that look at them back here.
Man, some of those guys just barreled in there.
Yeah, they were going, man.
You know, Truex had been good all day long. He had been penalized because when he pitted, a tire got away. He had to start at the tail end of the longest line, and here you see the results.
Wow.
Checking up.
So we go from our 4th caution to a red flag at Sonoma.
That bumper camera, is that one? He just said I got killed from behind. I think that was one. These guys, that's at the front of the pack, and that just
It's the accordion effect that everybody talks about. You see it on the highway. You see it at stop signs. You see it at stop lights, man. You see it everywhere. This is why I feel Truex had a great day running and then got spun and got put in that position. This is where you start through the top part of the S's. Oh, he just gets hooked right here a little bit.
A little bit?
He got run over. He didn't get hooked.
It doesn't really get any more intentional than that.
That's pretty blatant right there because he got tapped a little bit, and Joy, they were already too wide. That's not a great place to be too wide. This 12 clips the corner. They come to the same place on the racetrack and they get together. Nobody's gonna give you a quarter at that point in time.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, Casey Kane does a really good job getting right through that. Look at that, that was close.
Who ends up clipping Gillen? Oh, it's
Carl Edwards.
Carl Edwards. They're still running hard because the caution's not out. You know, the caution was not out at this time. Let's be real clear. These guys are still racing.
Casey Kane to the inside of Boyer.
Ooh, Sadler. He got tagged.
Wow, man.
Boy, Jeff's
on a mission today.
He really is, man. Oh, look at Boyer just letting him loose. Not very happy.
Yeah.
The corner.
He got into it with the 38 car. Yeah, that's Gilliland.
Yeah, he's backwards before he gets there. That's the spoiler over there on the right.
And J.J. Yaley, I'm not sure if he got turned or... There's the 46 car right there. Looks like he got tagged by Elliott Sadler.
Sadler perhaps taking out his frustrations from the incident that he...
These guys are not giving anybody any room. See Jeff come on. Oh,
there goes Ambrose into Burton. The 31 goes around. Off track, but no caution as of yet.
How many times have we seen Jeff Burton make it to 5 to go with a decent run and somebody...
Never seen anything like this.
Yeah, this is not a...
Something was definitely wrong there. I'm not sure what it was, but it just, you know, he came flying on the inside like he couldn't stop. Yeah, he backed it in there pretty good.
Man, tore the tire barrier right out. See what happened. Racing with Reed Sorensen.
Oh, Sorensen just, do you see the wheels cocked pretty hard to the right?
Wow, that's a hard hit right there, too.
Montoya ought to be happy about this.
Yeah, he's not going to be happy about this. He's not going to be happy about this because Montoya was a lead lap car in the race, and the 83 car of Reed Sorensen was down. And Reed just goes in, and the car, same thing that Montoya had done to the other ones, and we just talked about Junior. You go across that flat, the car kind of unloads itself a little bit. You have to chase it up the racetrack, and Montoya is so close.
We're racing for third.
Yeah, 31 just got loose getting in, and he got into the 18. And again, you're trying to race these guys on older tires when they all have fresh tires. It's a tough situation to be in.
Down home justice. I will hunt you down and I will make you pay. And a whole lot of Southern charm.
You are but a peasant in this vast kingdom called woman.
Meet television's coolest new cop, Memphis Beat. All new Tuesday at 10 on TNT. We know drama.
When you're a part of wide open coverage on TNT.
The Smoky Cheddar Steakhouse XT, July 19th.
Oh, he just turned it.
Kyle Busch into the wall will bring out our fourth caution of the night, and there was no question he got turned.
Wow. Yeah, he did. There was definitely no question there.
You all right, Kyle?
He's got his neck down before the car's even stopped. He is hot.
Yeah.
Kyle Busch leading this race. Caught a big break early.
You see Juan going over to him and Kyle coming up. You hook bumpers when both people are crossing each other.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? One's going left and one's going right. I'm not, you know, that's a bad deal, but I think the 18 thought he was cleared and
again.
Reagan gets just dead sideways loose, and I'm sure these guys just stack up behind him. Yeah, Jamie McCurry had nowhere to go, and neither did Truex. No. Those were two innocent victims of that crash. But again, at Daytona, when you get a guy that gets sideways or crashes in front of you, most of the time somebody else gets involved.
And I had to calculate, and this is already in progress. You see, he's already he's already loose. He gets down on the apron, goes back up the racetrack from just, and that's just correcting. You're trying to catch the car at that point in time. These guys did a really good job of avoiding him right here.
Oh, somebody just got into him right there.
71 of Mike Bliss able to get through unscathed, but Robert Richardson Jr. not so lucky.
No.
Robert just got caught in the right rear as
up to speed. completely.
No, Matt and the I don't know if Matt and the 5 got together or the 5 turned left, because Matt goes up. You can see the right rear corner.
You can block the track right now if they wanted to.
Oh,
I'm telling you. Oh, hang on, Jeff Burton.
Burton up into Hornish.
He's going to come back up.
And now the big one.
There it is.
7, 8, 9 cars involved, many which were running inside the top 10.
That's the whole field, isn't it?
That's the whole field. And
look at that. Nowhere to go.
And these guys were trying to avoid the 2 coming back up on the racetrack. And the first group that
get in the grass, you're coming back. He just goes diving down here after he gets clobbered by the 31. On the 83, okay, this started already behind, but the 83 got turned.
But they see that going on in front of them, and they're all jockeying for position to avoid that. And it's that chain reaction accident. You know what I mean? Look at the cars, man.
There's a lot of cars in that accident.
Menard did a great job. He got up on the high side and kind of got around them. But these guys,
all these cars have damage here.
You see the first group when you don't pay attention to what the 2 cars doing. Watch everybody behind them, because this is where the wreck.
Well, see what happened. The 83 checked up, the 12 checked up, and it looked like Montoya got into the back of somebody. And but there's nothing you can do about it. I mean, it's just like you said, it's a chain reaction. There's a 5 car came in on fire.
That was
see Mark climbing out right there.
You see some of his crew members running over to help the Lowe's guys come over and get him out. That's pretty cool right there, man. Mark was already piling out. You can see he's unhooked.
And the safety crews were actually coming from the garage area to help extinguish the fire. It's been an accident that happened with 12 to go.
Yeah, the 12 and the it looked like I don't know how they got together, but the 83 and the 12 were at the front of that pack. And look at these guys. They're packed in there. Montoya's headed backwards. And you can't see. I mean, they kind of.
Like this time.
It's hard to figure.
Trouble. Hornish out of trouble. He hits the wall.
Big wreck behind us. Come to the line.
And there goes
Come on. You're clear. You're clear. Come on.
The leader did not take the white flag, meaning we will get a green-white checker finish.
There ain't anybody to have a green-white checkered finish with.
Oh, that thing.
77 just got in there in the middle and couldn't hang on to it.
Yeah.
But you know, it's go time.
It's go time. Man.
I mean, 2 laps to go. You know, if you see a hole there, and you've got to run. You've got to try to fill it.
Unless you really mess up that first one. Oh no! Oh no!
Pow!
Oh no!
I mean, you could see that starting to happen in the middle of 3 and 4, and
watch out there in the qualifying line.
Yeah, that's.
Mr. Nice Guy.
No more Mr. Nice Guy right here.
Driver number 2 will not be denied. There goes around.
Backing up a little bit. Got spin behind you. Come on. Keep coming.
As of now, we don't have a caution. We'll see if they let him race back to the line, and it appears they will.
And there's no caution because Soderman had anything to do with that at all.
Carl Edwards just shot out of line.
Yeah, Carl just up the race. Oh, right in front of Bliss right there in the 71. Bliss had no place to go.
And after all, Indiana, not too far from home, and you see at top of your screen, Strimmy already riding the rim as he headed into the corner.
Oh, hang on, he's going.
Contact from Truex.
Wow. See, he dodged the bullet there.
Stay down there. Keep going. No cars. Caution's out. Caution's out.
Not sure.
He gets up. It gets away from him. I mean, it almost looked like he had a flat the way it just wiggled. And
he was loose way early into the car. He got loose getting in.
See, Robbie's locked up. I think Robbie was hoping the 21 would go down the racetrack.
Yeah.
And the 21 was slow enough that he just stopped.
You can't really, you can't go. You see, actually the car was going up a second ago.
Yeah.
Boy, he clobbered him.
Yeah, he did. That's a hard hit right there.
I'll give you an idea of the impact.
Wow, that's tough. And you saw the right side of Bill's car. Bill had already been in the wall a little bit, so Bill might have had a tire going down.
Got about 3 on the 21.
Also in it. Here we go.
Looks like Kyle's one sideways. Yeah, looked like Kyle got sideways and into Hornish. There's 0-0 into Elliott Sadler's 19. Yeah, then you see Reed, and that's where he gets all his damage. He kind of KOs the wall, and then Elliott Sadler. Looks like Bobby Labonte got into it. see a splitter late on the track. Maybe Sadler's.
Another angle from down lower. Boy, Hornish, it's amazing he didn't get tagged again. I mean, he was still in the middle of the racetrack.
Yeah, but I think he got into the wall right there with the right rear of his car. That's a significant amount of damage for him. These two things kind of happened at the same time right there. I'm not sure that the two of those contacted the 18 and the 77 to start this.
Almost looks like two separate spins.
Yeah.
But, you have to almost think they're related here.
Well, let's get an update from pit road. What are you hearing, Doc?
He just gets sideways out of the groove there.
Oh, yeah. Big lick into the wall.
And then Junior has nowhere to go. So a tough break for Junior as he gets swept up in another view.
Is the reason why.
You see coming off of turn 3, car gets out from under him, able to keep it off the wall, slides down actually onto pit road, takes out the cone, but that's not really, I don't think that'll be a penalty since that's a situation.
These battles in this shot. Great job, guys. Down the stretch. Look out. Trouble. Kurt's into the wall. Boyer's in it as well. And Kurt's getting the worst of it.
Like a little bump drafting going on right there. We're trying to gain the advantage. Looks like the 48 got into the back of him a little bit.
Boy, he almost came back out onto the track right there. And there is the...
Here's what Andy was talking about. The 48 was right on the 2. Looks like he might have got into him a little hard and turned him.
Yeah, he was trying to help him pass this 33 car from Boyer, but yeah, that went bad there.
That's a hard lick at 180 miles an hour.
Yeah, and then Boyer tags Kurt Busch. There's where the front wheel came from, maybe off of this 2 car. Yeah, there it comes loose. And then Kurt takes a pretty hard lick here on this inside wall. We've been talking about the safety, you know, or lack thereof, on this back straightaway at this track. I mean, it's, you know, the grass is kind of a situation that's really hard to deal with when you have these cars getting off into it.
It was a situation that track officials were addressing this weekend. They're talking about putting catch fence along that straightaway. Let's take another look at it. And also,
there's the tap right there. Yeah, it wasn't intentional on Jimmy's part, but definitely that's what caused this, was that contact from Jimmy's front bumper.
The lower right of your screen.
Oh my gosh! Oh my gosh!
Hey, look at that.
Head on into that Armco.
That's down in a 90-degree corner.
See what we could see from up high.
We talk about things that need to be addressed at certain tracks, and that's certainly an issue right there.
Oh, that's a big-time issue. You know, just couldn't have been any worse, and that's what happens. I mean, these cars will find the absolute worst place to hit.
See, Kurt just misses that.
Car was really fast in all the practice sessions, but here we see Conway he just loops it getting into there, locks up the rear wheels, and that's just a case of having a little too much rear brake.
Scott speed. All right, here. Whoa. Yeah, that's what the problem is. That's where that donut came from.
2 veteran drivers going at it.
And then here's what happened to Brad. Oh, he just got loose. And
contact there.
Didn't hurt it too bad.
Second.
See, he tries to get down in under Sam Hornish.
He connects with Hornish. And that's where the rub is. You can see it. Jeff Burton, and right in front of them, whoa, Boris. And I tell you what, I thought he might get a little bit turned on that. The narrow part of the track here.
They're coming by you here. Hold the brake.
Look out, guys. Oh,
14
man.
stopped us.
Boy, that's a dangerous spot.
We were watching this. We see Jimmy Johnson. That doesn't look like any contact there.
Yeah, it looked like he just got off the racetrack on the right-hand side a little bit.
Hamlin really couldn't see anything. He was just trying to slow down and miss it.
Well, it's Jeff Burton immediately behind him, as well as Kyle Busch. They both make it through.
And talking about their battle, even before we went to caution, see Logano get a little bit loose on the inside right here. It's going to get even more loose. As that car goes around to the outside, it kind of sucks the back end around. He gets into Ryan Newman and sends him spinning.
Yeah, Ryan Newman didn't hit anything, but he had a lot of damage just from those tires sliding so far. They went.
Different view from on board.
Watch these two in front of you. They're spinning. They're spinning. Stay down low. Stay down low. Caution's out.
So he could have gotten the lucky dog.
Right front tire.
I'd have to say that you'd think he ran over something.
Either that or he has.
Take another look. Keep an eye on the 09.
Whoops, there it goes. See a tire let go right in the center of the corner. I think this harder tire has created some handling issues for some people that are having to apply more brake than normal here. This is normal. Side of Jimmy, it doesn't look like he can.
Whoa! Johnson gets turned. He's into the wall. And the caution comes out again.
Hold it up there.
I think Montoya might have touched the wall just a little bit.
Comes Juan Pablo Montoya.
Smoke.
Big smoke.
Oh, that's Denny Hamlin.
Hamlin.
There was something going wrong with that 11 car. Yeah, there definitely was.
And remember, we talked about Kyle Busch needing to pass 3 guys to get back. Go take a look.
3 wide going into that corner. I don't think Biffle ever knew the 39 was there.
Watch the 18, 31. Jeff Burton just gets through.
See, Kevin Harvick, our points leader. He got a little bit of that. Harvick did.
Harvick gets through. Everybody checks up behind. This could have been a lot worse than it was.
Yeah, it just looks like he's in a little 4-wheel drift there as he comes off the corner. May have had a tire going down, but did a good job of not hitting anything. So hopefully he can get in and get some 4 good, fresh Goodyear Eagles and get back out and get back to work. Had a good run going.
Was in 13th position at the time of the spin, and so the yellow flag out for the 4th time in this race at lap 200 with 125 to go.
Paddington and Kurt Busch.
Yeah.
This was close. See how sideways.
Wow.
Good job not to hit anything.
And a good job for everybody else to avoid him.
And it's going to try Newman's right behind him. Yeah, got a little bit of a push there, and that sent Casey. He needed a little more racetrack. But the 2 car stopped him from spinning down to the inside.
And I'm amazed the 2 didn't cut a tire.
And he kept the position. Look, he gets back up on the track in the throttle.
Yeah, look at the way he brings it up.
Well, it's going to happen right here.
Right there.
Kurt Busch.
Just as we said. Well, he didn't need to blow a tire to go around either. He got some help. Pretty good help.
Keselowski avoids. 26 of Jeff Green avoids.
Yeah, a lot of cars avoided this. This was a lot of smoke on the backstretch, and some of the cars probably having a hard time seeing through it.
Rudeman did get onto pit road and got the left sides changed, and he's headed back out. So he is going to stay on the lead lap.
He will be the last car right now on the
times in these long runs at Richmond. We see that brake heat that Tim Brewer talked about earlier get to somebody's right front tire.
Yeah, went by him then. Like he might have got just into the right door and around into the inside wall.
So a tough break for Scott.
Ambrose diving in the corner. Gets a little bit loose down on that very bottom. There is no banking down there. Yeah, and this is typically what you'll see at Loudon.
Yeah, Paul didn't give him a lot of room either, and that's
nice move. Nice.
Oh, whoa, look out. Getting Hamlin's turn.
About Rick behind us. Hey, Rick.
And Hamlin somehow does not get hit. That was the 31.
Didn't give him much room there.
No, he didn't. Jeff didn't give him enough room.
Going around, and is he going to make it?
Right here.
Kyle Busch is spun just in front of him.
Jimmy has turned as well.
Situations and stay out of these, big wrecks.
Yeah, this could have been a multi-car chaos. And there you can see
synchronized. Right. I mean, look at all those.
Look at it.
Quick reaction time.
Carl Edwards just sneaked through there. Harvick almost gets into Edwards as he comes back up.
Looks like Casey Kane got in the back of.
And Kurt Busch is tucked up right under the wall, and Keselowski gets into the 17 of Kenseth. And Kenseth is going to tag the wall.
See what happened here. See that Kurt Busch gets loose once again.
Same spot.
Unfortunately, Joey Logano was there to take that. See,
Jimmy's been around every one of these things. Look at that.
Got into Elliott Sadler there, but that's just trying to avoid everything that's happening.
Yeah, it looks like Newman's pretty free getting in the corner. Not a lot of room between them. But Newman has to make that slight correction. We saw him go up to the top side of the racetrack early in the race, but he's just a little bit too far right there at that part of the track. Got up in that loose stuff, got in the wall.
556.
Yeah, it looked like Rudeman got out of the throttle just a little bit, kind of feathering it.
Caution will be out.
Now watch how close this gets. There's Carl Edwards passed safely.
Yes, he's sliding down the racetrack here. Have to really slow down and see Jimmy Johnson all the way on the bottom side of the apron to get by.
Reed's
look. Yeah, it sure looks like
turn 2 right here.
Yeah, Rudeman got the worst of it, but Kyle did get some damage on that left rear.
Yeah, I think he probably has a little bit of damage on the right rear also, where he might have got that into the wall.
Now let's go back to lap 52.
Across those seams, and he's trying to stay powered up, but as you got to the top seam there.
Brad Keselowski does a nice job of getting under it. Also, Dale Earnhardt Jr.
Yeah. See right there, just gets, oh man, just snapped around on him. See the tires blowing out.
It blow. Well, he was able to keep it off the wall, and here we are here. Oh yeah, almost the same spot.
Yeah, he's been fighting that thing all day. I'm not sure if that right rear tire went flat before, or if that was a situation that came from a result of the spin. I thought maybe Gordon would have been one of those cars to maybe try 2 tires to get some of that.
Oh, look out, trouble here. First big crash of the day. David Reagan and Kurt Busch, and another chase driver in trouble.
A lot more racing up in the middle, top part of the groove. Last night, those cars had a lot of horsepower trouble down.
Already in the wall. It's Ryan Newman. Can everybody get away from him? Look out. That was close.
That was Denny Hamlin that just missed him there at the end.
Because he goes around Kurt.
Well, this looks just about like Ryan Newman when he got in there a little hot, got loose. Boy, he looks like he may have barely touched that wall. Yeah, these guys look like they're trying to carry a little too much speed into the corner. Normally when you run that high groove, you back out a little sooner, then you pick up the throttle and drive it around. Watch these guys do a great job. Jamie McMurray's not sure where to go right here. He can't go low because Biffle's there.
And he just misses him.
48.
He just got loose. Yep. Boy, very lucky not to get hit. See that right front blow out right there.
That was Brad Keselowski that almost got into him. Let's go on board with Jimmy and just listen.
Lap down, trying to get back into the lucky dog spot.
See Casey Kane back there at the Charlotte Speedway sign. He'd started getting loose there, lost control of it out of 4. Unfortunately for Sam Hornish, he was right there as Casey was coming across.
Pits are closed right now. Gives us a chance to step aside, so stay with it.
Now, but he starts really closing up on Regan Smith there. Looks like he gets out of throttle, gets loose again.
Yep.
Loses all the air up against the 83 car, spins, and did a good job holding it down. Digs it up, packs that radiator full of grass and stuff. That's been really tough in these splitters this week here at Charlotte.
By the way, Robbie Gordon in a very tight fight for 35th in owner points.
F. Oh, he cut right across in front of Clint Boyer. His teammate. It didn't look like Clint did anything wrong. It looked like Jeff may have thought he had him cleared, but he turned dead left in front of him. Yeah, I don't know if that was information from the spotter or if Jeff just thought he had that much more speed.
48's right front and the left rear of the 47. And it is the 47 that's got a tire. And he's going around. Can he keep it off the wall? Barely. I'll show you what happened.
47 may have gotten in the back of Kenny.
Oh, that looked like Casey Mears.
Yeah, it was kind of a stack up, really.
Yeah. Kenny got the worst of it, that's for sure. And then there you see Elliott and Joe Nemechek come in. He restarted 29th, and as far as Tony Stewart, he restarted 33rd. He is back up to 31st after his speeding penalty, and you saw the puff of smoke. And oh man,
they've been trying
that
coming.
Oh, and Regan Smith ends up getting the worst of it, and he had the look.
Right there, looks like he just locked those rear wheels up. That's a shame too, because he had a car that was really coming on the outside. He
Marola in the 9.
That's his teammate.
Oops, yeah, that won't work.
Teammates racing each other hard today. Kind of stacked up right there.
Yeah, Mark was trying to go around. He was getting held up by the 26 a little, and A.J. Allmendinger got into Mark and turned him around. I don't think anything intentional, just racing at Martinsville.
As we mentioned, it's our 9th caution. If you're wondering, last October we had 15. The look at, see what happened.
Oh my! Keselowski just got up on the curb and got in his left rear.
Curb to grass. He was
out of control.
He had a penalty for missing lug nuts. Had to make an extra pit stop. Then this.
Yeah, looks like a classic case of a right front tire.
Breaking into turn 3 here, and see Jeff dive down in.
Right rear.
Gets into the left rear quarter panel. Kurt Busch didn't like that.
And watch what happens next. It's 5th and 6th. How about 3 wide as Kenny Schrader still smoking? He gets tapped from the 34, Tony Raines. And Raines looks like he has a flat on the left rear.
Sure does. Going to need to try to get to pit road. He's got a few more cars to go by here. Don't know that he'll get there this time.
A couple more coming.
He's got to make another lap.
That's Clint Boyer going up.
If he can.
No, he's going to turn it around and bang the wall.
Seconds on the pack, and here's the reason why.
Oh,
look out!
Uh-oh, here goes
going across. That's Allmendinger sideways, but it looks like if he can keep it down.
Get a caution. Again,
He's off
nothing.
the wall,
Still nothing.
and the first caution of the race is out.
Crammed from behind by somebody.
Yeah, he got doing all the work as he works his way through this traffic. Mike Ford, the crew chief, hasn't said anything. Now we've got a problem, Marty.
Jeff Burton has got tagged from behind, turned into the wall. So far, it looks like he is the only victim. Joey Logano, Greg Biffle, both of them miss. Speed changes. Remember, the record is 88. Look out. 4 going around. Marcus Ambrose. 29 and Kevin Harvick is involved as well. So Harvick, who had been running up front all day to avoid this, now has damage to the front.
Too bad. Just put some tires on it.
White flag.
White flag is out. 2.6 miles to go.
Oh, trouble.
Trouble. The big one. Allmendinger on his lid. Side over side. End over end.
Kevin Harvick's going to win this race. Yeah, that's
happened that actually ended this race.
Jimmy Johnson got out of shape first there, but saves it. And right behind him, everybody starts getting together. Looks like Tony Stewart forces Allmendinger upside down.
Boy, and that, thank goodness, the safer barriers on that inside wall.
Yeah, and we've seen in the past that when something happens behind the leaders that NASCAR has let these guys race back. But obviously this was in an area they would have been racing back to, so they had to throw the caution.
All right, let's talk to Kevin Harvick.
You can see his car just got loose in the center of 3, up into the wall, a lot of debris flying around. Nice save at the exit, though.
It could have been worse. If he'd have turned it around there, he could have collected some others. Let's.
And this started way back up in the middle. You can see him get really loose. Hit the wall, contact with the wall there. And down through the grass. No problems in the grass other than you have to be careful not to mess up the splitter in that.
Here we go.
Looks like he may have got tapped. I can't tell who that was. I think the 6 of David Reagan. I'm not sure if he got tapped or if Kyle just got loose getting down into the corner.
I just wondered if it was the 9 of Eric Almirola.
Yeah, I'm thinking.
Here's the first part with Martin Truex, and all our eyes are down to the left.
Yeah, he kind of pounded that wall. We knew the caution was going to come out. And it's really hard to tell if he blew another tire or if he just got loose and jumped up into the wall.
Now, while we're looking left, over on the right side of the track, here's what happened with Gordon and Burton.
Well, I don't know about that.
Oh, hard contact for the 24.
To me, like Burton did that on purpose. No, it looked like the 24 slid up in front maybe and then jumped out of the gas as the caution came out. That's a pretty good lick, too. I don't know if maybe they made a little contact earlier.
Well, Jeff is out of the car and appears to be okay.
And like I said, that could have been when that caution came out right at that time as he was making that pass. And Jeff doesn't look very happy right here.
Now, they were running 18th and 19th at the time of this crash. So we have a multiple incident at both ends of the speedway for our 7th caution here at Texas. And Jeff making his way.
Well, there was an ambulance at Jeff's car. He's walking over to
They're
Jeff
all
Burton's.
mad at us because the way we raced him in 3 and 4, and he pulled up beside us and just tried to fake like he was going to turn into us coming off turn 2, and that's what caused all that crap back there.
Before it's over and done with now, we'll just get her fixed and roll on.
Yeah, it's not Jeff Gordon's not happy at all.
And they're going to go and talk it out here. Oh, and this is. Well, we got a fight breaking out.
Yeah, Jeff's not happy. Jeff Gordon not happy with what happened there.
Officials stepping in between, but this is far from over.
I mean, there weren't even words exchanged. This was in your face.
I saw that coming because there was an ambulance behind Jeff Gordon's car for him to get in. He walked over there to the other one that they had for Jeff Burton.
They're fighting.
I've never seen this out of Jeff Gordon. Man, there was no talk.
That's about two of the most unlikely guys you would expect to see in this situation.
22nd.
They just lost it. I thought maybe that tire came down, went down right there.
Great job by Casey Mears to keep from getting into him as well.
Yeah, that left rear was down.
Watch at the very back end, top of your screen.
Definitely right front down. That thing went straight in the wall.
So a tough break for Brendan. He's the 8th different driver in that 71 machine this year.
Toting off down here into turn 1, really boogieing, and boom, just blows that right front tire. No warning, no anything, and that's a hard lick.
Yeah, it's about 165 miles an hour getting at that corner, pushing 170.
Robbie comes off the corner there, boy, she just dances out from underneath him, gets a little four-wheel drift going, and can't quite catch up on that steering, Rusty.
Yeah, had that baby lit up trying to keep it off the wall and did a really good job doing that, Brad. But
I'll make it back.
Let's show you the back end. You can see he's already into the spin.
Yeah, it just looked like as he got down trying to roll the center of the corner and pick the throttle up, got away from it, but nice job of saving.
Underneath, Biffle.
Oh, trouble!
Trouble, and it involves Hamlin. The championship points leader goes around, and can he save it? Caution is out. He keeps it off the wall.
Okay, we're going to need 4 tires. Come on.
Happened. Yeah, just for running that high line, got back in the throttle, got away from him. Pretty fortunate not to hit anything right there. You don't know how many cars are right on the verge of doing that every lap
every
off that corner.
Yeah. Right side of your screen.
Yeah, 3 wide, got forced over. And
ooh, it looked like he got turned. Pablo Montoya.
Yeah, it looked like Clint Boyer actually came up on Logano to force him over a little bit. Like Bill Elliott caught a piece of that.
Now, you want to be Denny Hamlin and have your heart stop for a second? Here's his view.
Position after they've made their stops.
Oh! There he turned him. Oh, man. Was that a misjudgment or was that a turn on purpose? Rusty, what do you think?
Well, it looked like Kevin was trying to dart back underneath him. He had a big run and just didn't quite clear him. It looked like a...
Kevin's coming off the top of the racetrack. He did. He slid right up. Thought he had him cleared. Kevin gets below him and woo! I'd say it was incidental, but Kyle's probably not going to feel that way.
And NASCAR coming Kyle Busch to pull the car over and stop on the racetrack.
Get out of the race car, bud.
So the fire crews can go attend to that.
Comes the fire truck. He's coming to your left. Bud, you got to get out of it. You got to get out of it, man. You got to get out of it.
Look at that.
All right, there's the fire truck right there. But it's up front at the motor. You got to get out of it. All right, he's out, boys. He's out and he's okay.